Hey, welcome back. Assuming if you've made it this far, you've already completed day one or step one of the challenge. So now you're on to step two. This is where the rubber hits the road a little bit. Still not too hard, but maybe a little more effort on your part. So buckle up and let's go. So step two is going to be estimate your savings goals. So if we come back over here to where you would have done step one, this again is in the Google spreadsheet. You've gone through and you've checked off the different categories that you have expenses. Now what I want you to do is to go put in a dollar amount. And this can be a rough amount, not expecting you necessarily to go through and comb through bank statements and really calculate what things would be. You can do that if you want to, but kind of get a general idea of how much you're spending in each of those areas. Now, I've helped a lot of people with money management, and here's one thing that I've noticed almost every time that I've done it. When you ask somebody how much they're spending in certain areas, or how much they're spending in general, usually they're wrong. And the reason why is because there's a difference between fixed expenses and variable or periodic expenses. So when people are talking about their fixed expenses, that's like rent, car payment, those things that stay the same month after month. People can quickly look up or have a good understanding of what those are. But when you start talking about other expenses, if you get down here on the categories, that could be gifts, vacations, dates, even groceries sometimes. Those can fluctuate a lot month to month depending on what's going on. And people generally undershoot those categories. So what we have done is you're going to go through and you put a monthly amount in. If you're struggling with some of those periodic ones and I don't know exactly how much I should be or how much I am spending in those categories, if you come over under step two here in the Google spreadsheet, we've put some different savings calculators. For example, we have this home savings calculator where you can say what state you live in, estimate the square footage of your home, and it gives you an idea of how much you should be saving on a monthly basis to be able to cover potential expenses that could arise. So for a home, and again, these are things that a lot of people just aren't really thinking about or accounting for, but you've got the home repair, so roof, plumbing, electrical, furnace, AC. Then there's home improvements. People are going out and buying furniture, having put in a sprinkler system, tools. Really, really hard to account for on a monthly basis. But if you look at a big picture, which this does, it'll help you kind of break that down and make sure that you're going to have enough when those expenses arise. So we have the home savings calculator. We've got one for cars. So you can go in and say, here's how new my car is, about how much you should be saving for those type of expenses. And again, there's maintenance and repairs. Even groceries sometimes can be quite variable. So something that will kind of help you calculate that out. Medical expenses, and then also a few miscellaneous as well. So makes things a lot easier when you have tools like this to go through and it breaks down how much you should be saving in each of those categories. End goal is coming back here to the front on day one or step one. You want to have a general dollar amount in each of those categories that you checked off. Good luck and eat some ice cream along the way.